And then Jalen Hurts said, watch this.
Hold
my beer.
Let me one him up once again.
Hold my beer.
Appreciate you,
Who's
Carl.
the commish? Hold on.
Appreciate you, Carl.
Hold on. Is
He
he
was
making
desperate.
the playoffs?
He was desperate for a quarterback. There's no doubt, and I took advantage of
But-
that.
but is he-
My Mavs. Didn't even get to game
that Warriors
7.
team was
Big
killing
3.
everyone.
Little 3. Big 1.
Little 3. Not 1, not 2.
Not 3,
Not
not
3,
4,
not
not
4,
5.
not 5.
Jet Sports 3 and Out.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Mike Fenner, joined once again by Cameron Knupp and producer John Boland. This is Jet Sports 3 and Out, latest edition. All right, gentlemen, what's the latest? What's shaking? What's good?
I do have a take I need to get off.
Oh.
Quick. Can I get this off?
Go for it. I asked.
We got to chill on the committee, man.
College football?
The committee got this one right. I will defend the committee on this.
Okay.
And I'm normally a...
College football playoff is set. That's
Yes.
what we're talking about.
Yes. I'm normally one to call out the SEC and to an extent Big Ten bias.
Mm.
If you give me the three options, Miami, Alabama, Notre Dame.
That's where the controversy lies.
Notre Dame beat Miami. Okay, Miami beat Notre Dame.
Thank you for, I was about to get you. Yeah.
Yeah, he almost.
Miami beat Notre Dame that
This
day.
guy's got to get his take off. But he doesn't even know
It was a
what
long
he's talking
time ago, but it was this
about.
season.
Yes, it was this season.
Some people act like it didn't happen
Yeah.
this season.
I think
Continue your point.
Alabama, you can't punish for playing an extra game, especially in that league. That leaves Notre Dame out. Notre Dame played two really good Notre Dame's best win is USC. Their second best win is probably Pitt.
You were there.
I was there.
It was
Trust me
not
when
close.
I tell you that it was not close.
It was not. Sorry again.
Everybody needs to calm down. And those who are blaming the G5 people, you can definitely miss me with that. Win your ball games. There's a clear-cut way to get in the playoff. Win your league. If you don't win your league, you have to suffer the consequences of not controlling your own destiny.
You're leaving it up to a lot of other factors externally.
Win your ball games.
A lot to unpack there, though, because you can take it in so many different directions. You have the top 5 conference champions, which this year does not include the ACC, because Duke, who entered the ACC championship
Thanks, Virginia.
at 7-5 overall, but due to tiebreakers with conference records, was in the championship game, upsets Virginia. Shouts to Manny Diaz and company. They won the game, but that opens the door for a scenario I don't think that this committee or previous committees were expecting to see.
No.
And that's where we lie with Tulane and with James Madison.
Good for them.
So those are your 2 additional conference champions outside of your power champions.
Yes. And they deserve it. They earned it.
It's a really it's
this
just
format,
it's a brutal argument because you take it so many ways. I understand where you're coming from with not wanting to punish Alabama, but 3 losses.
You're going to throw BYU at me.
Again, that's where people are going to say, because they're okay. Well, apples and oranges, a power conference champion loser. But then again, I don't think BYU wants to see a 3rd game with Texas Tech. I don't think they
But
deserve
also,
that
BYU,
chance. They lost
BYU
twice.
wasn't ranked high enough to begin with.
I know.
So BYU needed to do something else to get.
Yeah, I'm not arguing for
No,
that train.
I
I know
agree.
there are people that will.
I just the argument for me that like Tulane and James Madison have no chance. Are you probably right? Yes.
Because Tulane literally got
Yes.
beat down by Ole Miss.
You're probably
and they're going
right.
to play again.
But this is why we play the games. This
Yeah.
is why we play sports.
Yeah.
Like if we're just gonna say, well, they don't have a chance. So who is anybody to say? This is why we play the games. We talked a lot about Miracle yesterday or last week.
Feels like yesterday.
Yeah, the Russians thought they'd whoop up on the USA.
Hey, NCAA tournament. Never thought we'd see a 1 seed lose.
Right.
Virginia 2019.
And I get it. Football is
Purdue.
different. It is.
Yeah.
But if we're not gonna give these teams a seat at the table, we should just make a group of 5.
Separate.
We've got to have the group of 5 be
a conversation.
something, which I think would be fun. I'd love it as an OU grad to see them compete for a national championship. But
Sure. Then you've got the other people on the aisle that are saying Notre Dame's got to join a conference. They've got to join the ACC or the Big Ten. It's a conversation. Then those Notre Dame people and backers are going to say, that's not financially it's not responsible, but it's
This-
irresponsible because of the revenue brought in by the TV network
This
deals.
new rule that has come out, by the way,
With
now
NBC and
with
Peacock.
Notre Dame, that if this happened next year, it wouldn't, because if they're in the top 12, they get an automatic spot. Soft. I'm
They're always
sorry.
going to move the goalposts.
Notre
That's the
Dame,
thing.
are we serious?
They're
Like,
always
either
going to move the
join-
goalposts.
Why does the whole country have to play by certain rules and Notre Dame doesn't? We don't make this exception for Army.
I hope at ETN Reisenweber's watching this right now. He's coming for you.
He can come at me all he wants. This Notre Dame, like the whole
I know
country
a
has
few
to
other
cater
Notre
to
Dame
Notre
people,
Dame
too.
is beyond me. I don't understand it. We did this in COVID when they were like, they weren't going to get to play because they weren't in a conference, and they're like, we'll let you because for this year you'll come to the ACC so that you can play. Miss me with this, man. And no, I'm not just bitter because Notre Dame beat the hell out of Pitt in their own barn this year.
It could play
Maybe just
factor
a
in
little
there.
bit.
Yeah, I was going to say. I don't think it's
But I've
completely
been on
exempt from
this
that,
train
right?
with Notre Dame for a long time. I don't understand why we all just have to cater. I get that they're this national brand, but so do we do that for all the independents?
I don't know the
Probably
answers,
a moot
man.
point.
If you think they're coming to me for the answers, you're
They
sorely
should.
mistaken.
They should come to me and Fenner for the answers.
They're probably coming at you. You've got the hotter takes.
I don't think that's
Cam,
such a hot
in
take.
your ideal world, what would you want?
The playoff format to be?
Yeah.
I don't hate it the way it is. I got to be completely like I think everyone is very reactionary to the 2 group of 5 teams getting in. To your point, I don't think anybody saw that being a problem.
I mean, this hyper-specific example is
Yeah.
pretty unlikely, right?
And I think that that's more the fault of the bloated conferences than anything else.
No doubt.
Like you can't
Oh,
have this many
absolutely.
teams in a conference and expect
That you couldn't have
there
this
to
type of
be-
scenario with
At
tiebreakers.
one point, we talked about it weeks ago. At one point in the MAC, there were 5 teams, I think, with the same record.
Sure.
The ACC had the same problem, which in the MAC it don't really matter because none of them teams are making the college football playoff. But in the ACC it does because you're going to get years like this year where Duke lost a bunch of games in their
Head
non-conference
scratcher.
schedule
Yeah. I mean,
and ran the table in their conference and
beat the right teams at the right time.
beat the right
Yeah.
teams at the right time, and they're going to get rewarded for winning the right games
Yeah.
as opposed to
Instead of
Miami.
just all of the games.
Right, exactly.
But if Miami's sitting there playing Virginia, this isn't even a conversation.
Right, 100%.
The Miami-Virginia winner's in. Notre
Yes.
Dame's in. Alabama's in.
Yes.
No one's saying boo.
Right, exactly.
you
and
might-
that's why
I
I
mean-
don't think the format now, what I would do, and I saw a different podcaster bring this up, and I like this idea. I think in order to save the bowl games, because now Notre Dame's not playing in a bowl game, again, I think is soft. Reisenweber, Notre Dame, soft. That's what you should take from this.
I'm sending him this link for sure. There's no doubt.
I think you make bowl games the first week of the next year.
So basically, like the kickoff games.
Yeah,
like the
we already
sponsored-
do it. We already do these games in Atlanta.
Just build it
and
in.
New Orleans. Yeah, just build it in.
Just make all the week
And you do
one
it
or
for
many
everybody.
of them. Yeah.
And so then next year, instead of Texas worrying about, oh, well, we shouldn't schedule Ohio State next year then because it's just everybody. Everybody's playing a pretty good team that's like to their level week 1. And this guy was saying too, you move the whole season up a week. So then you play the bowl games week 0. Sorry. Play the bowl games week 0. And then the calendar is pretty much fixed because then you can move everything up a week and the national championship's done.
up as in earlier or push
Earlier.
ahead.
So
earlier.
August
Okay.
14th or whatever it
Right.
would be.
Gotcha. I was just trying to clarify. I got you.
That was there's a
not a
there's a
bad theory.
podcast I follow, McCready and Siskey. I think it was Siskey that was getting that takeoff, and I really liked it, so I brought it here.
I don't mind that.
Instead of stealing his idea, I'm gonna give him credit. But
All right, so Cam came in hot today. Mike, do you have anything to talk about today? Anything that's
Get it off your
on
chest,
mind?
Mike.
Yeah.
I don't have anything
Too
that
timid.
strong. Oh, okay. All I'll say is I was just going to give my thoughts on who I think is going to be there at the end when it comes to the CFP.
Okay.
this I want to hear.
I'm just not going against Ohio State until I see otherwise. I know I'm not trying to be a prisoner of last year, but until I see someone knock them off the throne the way they did it and the way they've been playing overall, I just think they're there in the end.
I would pose this question to you: did you not see that from Indiana this week?
I was just gonna ask that.
It's fair.
I'm genuinely interested
not.
in the answer.
It's not the big one though.
That's true.
It is.
You
It is.
didn't lie.
It is a big one.
The Big Ten championship and the national championship game are
A little bit
two
different.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Credit where credit's due, though. Kurt Cignetti, what a story! Unbelievable.
PSAC guy.
PSAC guy, Pittsburgh guy, JMU guy, great background. He's kind of an odd dude.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
like nobody
I
cares.
think you've got to have an odd personality to be like. You have to have an obsessive
Yeah.
personality to be a college football coach.
Sure.
Period.
But he's had some powerful messages and more importantly, powerful results to win that game that way. 13-10, Big Ten title game in Indy against Ohio State. It is a big deal.
Purdue
but it
sucks.
is not
So does
the
Michigan and Ohio State.
And I also just didn't see Ohio State playing like they normally do. I think a
In the
lot
Big
of
Ten
that, yeah. I think a lot of that game just wasn't all there. Like they didn't lay it out on the table like they do when they get into those playoffs games. And they just run the table.
To be fair, I was more paying attention to the ACC championship game to figure out whether or not we were going to be on the air before midnight. Or
You know
not.
what?
Or at all.
Priorities. You know, yeah. We
Priorities
see where
were
this
taking
guy's
place
priorities
in that
lie.
newsroom. You should have seen that newsroom.
I
on
respect it.
Saturday.
It was a late
Talk
night.
about unprepared. Am I
well,
right?
well, no. Plus, I wanted to see if the two group of five teams were going to get.
I was
in
gonna say
there.
that's honestly
As
a
a
really
group
good
of five
storyline.
guy.
Yeah,
Oh
you're
no,
kinda
no,
like,
no!
oh,
It was a great.
you
Yeah.
know
I was
how
like,
this
this is going to be
goes.
chaos, and I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you know how the dominoes fall.
Yeah.
So the Mendoza post game though was
Oh, I didn't see this.
I was cringe. It was funny. He was just an aw shucks kind of kid. He
Poor
just
guy,
like,
man. We just stuck a microphone in his face.
and you shouldn't be like judgmental or anything. It was just like, wow, it was pretty funny. There were people commenting on
he
social
could have
media
been
like,
Justin Herbert.
did he
I
lose?
was just gonna say, yeah.
Did he? Yeah, true. Did he lose the Heisman Trophy by his post game interview? You got to look it up, John.
I will.
I digress though. Hey, let's talk boomer bust. Let's go a little fantasy.
All right.
What do we think?
So I actually got a big dub, which, as we talked about last week, has been eluding me for the past couple of weeks. Tony Pollard. Have yourself a day, man.
I can't believe
Your
we're about to
boy!
do this. I can't believe we're about to do this.
I've got to find his. I don't even know if I put how many points he had, but it was 20 something.
28 in my league.
So I think,
On
I
my
think
team.
mine was
Yeah.
27 or something like that.
Career long 65 yard
Insane.
65 yard run in Cleveland.
Shout out Tony Pollard, man. That
The
was
boy ran wild.
Shout out Tennessee.
I got him in a trade
How late in the
for-
year?
pretty late, right at the trade deadline.
Wow, that's a
That's a crazy
I got
Bargain
him
for last
for-
week.
I think I traded. It was a quarterback. It was Matt Stafford.
Oh,
I got
okay.
DJ Moore and Tony Pollard for Matt Stafford.
That's crazy. That's a robbery.
Appreciate you,
Who's
Carl.
the commish? Hold on.
Appreciate you, Carl.
Hold on.
who's pushing this through?
Carl's out there somewhere.
The
Carl
guy,
knows who he is.
the guy that you traded with. How is
He
he
was
making
desperate.
the playoffs?
He was desperate for a quarterback. There's no doubt, and I took advantage of
But
that.
but is he making the playoffs, or is this a fix for your playoff?
I don't
run?
think so. I'm not making the playoffs either, but I
Oh,
was
okay.
going to be darn sure I didn't finish in last
All right.
because the loser has to do the Waffle House challenge.
I'm playing our editor this week for the first place, going into the playoffs.
There you go.
So big game for me this coming week.
Sit everybody.
Well, if I win, yeah,
Make sure they're all rested.
yeah.
That's not how that works. I wish it was. I hate to do this, but our boom is the same.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had Pollard. on
I
your team.
sadly do. He was so good last year. He had 1,000+ yards rushing last year. They allegedly upgraded their offensive line this year. I think I got him in the 6th round, and I'm like, and he's just a couple games this year, but up until this last week, basically a non-factor in my flex spot. And for some unknown reason, I kept him in. I almost pulled him, and then that first couple drives, I'm like, oh, okay, they're gonna run the ball. He's gonna run the ball. He went for like $160 something.
Yeah.
The 65-yard touchdown run was his career long.
He went
No,
off.
He went off. I couldn't
went
believe it
off.
against a great, very good Browns defense. That they neutralized the pass rush because they didn't need to throw the ball. They just took the air out of it and said, "We're just gonna run, and you're not gonna stop us."
And there was
I was
nothing they could
blown
do
away.
about it. No, great day by him. My flowers go to the boy Brandon Aubrey. 22 points
Woo!
as a
Kicker?
kicker. 22 points, man.
You can't beat that. You can't ask
I
for
never
more
saw
than that.
That's insane.
I didn't realize it.
I
the
think,
Cowboys play
I
this
think it
week?
was first to have 3 over 50 something yarders in one game.
I would have thought that Chris Boswell would be the one.
It was
I
some
would have thought
record he
Justin
broke.
Tucker might have had that too, or both.
Let me look.
Either or both.
What's the
you know?
record? Is there a record?
don't know.
Can
For
we
most.
find the record for fantasy points by a kicker?
I'll tell you what. There was a years ago on a Monday nighter, I had Tucker against Detroit, and he propelled me over my brother in the Monday night matchup by scoring probably 21 or 22, something like that. It was at least 20.
I've
crazy.
seen in certain fantasy football leagues they do like a rivalry week. It's like you pick a person, like yours would be your brother, and it's like worth more.
Yeah,
I thought that was a cool
that's
concept.
Yeah. Hey, producer John, shout out the late great Rob Baronis of the Tennessee Titans
28
against
in
Houston.
2007.
The late great. He
Yeah,
passed
away.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
In I think it was a motorcycle accident.
Oh.
You know, actually, I was
8 field goals.
couple
in
things to
one
that.
game.
8 field goals in Houston. I remember
And
that
2
game.
extra points.
They led big in that game against the Texans in 07. It was Vince Young, and yeah, he went for 8 kicks. So fast forward, that was 07. Fast forward, first NFL game I ever attended was with my brother in Cincinnati. He's a Bengals fan. I'm a Tennessee Titans fan. That we were playing each other. It was actually that night before. It's kind of like this Luka Doncic trade, right? The night before, went to the Cavs Mavericks game this past year. Doncic trade.
Oh, right.
We talked off camera about but the Rob Baronis got in a motorcycle accident like the night before that, and
Oh my god, and they played.
he wasn't still on the team at that point. He was already post career.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that happened like right before that, like the night before we went to that game.
crazy.
Nuts.
Don't buy tickets, Mike.
Yeah, so
Jeez,
Brandon
yeah,
Aubrey,
you're not kidding.
3 field goals of 55 plus in a
Oh,
single
55,
game.
okay.
55, yeah, my
That's
bad.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's still crazy.
He's his story's crazy too. He was a soccer player, right?
Yeah.
And then just got into kicking because he thought maybe this is something I can pull off, and now he's the best in the game.
Yeah.
He really is, yeah.
Any busts for you
all
guys?
right, busts, yeah.
I think my bust has to be DJ Moore. So I got
okay.
it's crazy. I got these 2 guys in trade. One has ended up working out. DJ Moore is just like he's
Hard to read.
hit or miss
Yeah.
so bad.
Really,
like
he is actually the definition of
boomer bust. The
Unfortunately,
name
I've
of
had
the
him in the
segment.
past. Yeah.
I think he had 0.3 or something like that.
Yeah,
But I have no receiving depth, so he just has to go in. You just have to hope and pray.
that's fair. Mike,
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have one this week.
really?
It was
All
the first
I got
time-
one for you.
It was the first time in like a month I haven't. No complaints.
The only guy that I know that can lose 4 points, 4 fantasy points in one play,
Oh my.
Jalen Hurts,
Oh,
with 0.4
yeah.
points.
That whole game was on drugs.
It was so hard to watch. The entire the whole game, but the entire first half especially was so hard
I
to
had
watch.
so much fun watching that.
But please
game.
make sure you watch Monday Night Football on Jet 24.
Yeah,
keep watching,
yeah,
keep
yeah.
watching, keep
I
watching.
watched it. I was off
Unless
work.
you're watching
I sat
Monsters
down to watch
University.
Monday Night Football. That game was crazy. Very entertaining.
Always,
and then
always
Justin
tune
Herbert
in.
at
Always
the
tune
end
in.
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
himself in trouble on
Oh my
Twitter, which I
God.
think is blown a little bit out of proportion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like
Laura,
the kid
you
broke
are
his
awesome
hand.
though, by the way. Laura Rutledge is a pro's pro.
She is
Yeah,
a pro.
absolutely.
She's the truth.
But yeah,
But
Jalen
Hurts-
Hurts, man, 0.4, picked it off, double fumble. Is
that worse than a
So
butt
they
fumble?
do get.
I don't
It
think
was
so,
2
man.
turnovers on one play. That's how they scored it. It was 2 turnovers on
yeah,
one play.
yeah.
That's
yeah,
brutal.
Yeah.
yeah. So he lost 4 points, 2 points each
That's hard to do.
in one play. That
Almost,
is,
almost impossible.
Imagine if you have the Cowboys defense.
right? 2
You
turnovers.
get 2 turnovers.
but
on
also,
one play.
do they get
Well, that's
penalized for getting
Chargers,
hurt?
right? Chargers.
Yeah.
Chargers. Did I say
do
Cowboys?
they
Yeah, you're
get,
good.
Do they get charged? Do the defense get charged if they fumble?
True. So maybe it was net 1
Right.
turnover.
Right. So yeah, exactly.
I can't
No.
imagine. I could be wrong, but I can't imagine the defense is getting
If you
penalized for
fumble
that.
on defense, is that a
right.
It's like
All right,
Alabama playing the
guys.
SEC title.
good thing we have the magic box to tell us any piece of information that we would want?
Yeah.
If you fumble on defense,
In fact,
do
it might
you
depend on the
lose fantasy
league.
points?
Yeah, but I
Do you
don't
think it
know.
depends
I
on
don't
the
know
league?
what league is
Yes.
getting that specific.
If
Yeah,
a defensive
they'll
player
use
fumbles
around
the
2
ball and their
points.
team loses possession, a fumble lost, they typically lose fantasy
That is
points.
preposterous to me.
It's
I don't
a
know.
fumble. It's a fumble no matter what, I guess.
It's like Alabama getting the SEC championship game. You can't be penalized for that. I'm just giving you a hard time. The irony is, I cheer for an SEC team, so you're probably like, "Why are you taking this? Why are you taking this route on this?" Yeah. I
Now,
get
if
it.
Tennessee
Yeah.
was getting in there with that 10th spot,
if the goalposts were different, yeah, if we're moving it around, yeah, that's fair.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's
right.
a good bust. That's like
Yeah.
that might be the bust
Great
of the year.
Yeah,
You know.
bust of the year, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't play well, man.
No.
And they had that game-winning drive. You thought they were going in, and then
Well, and
that's just not a good throw.
See, watching on Sunday, I thought that Kansas City was. I thought Pat Mahomes was going to be my bust with 6 points
Sure.
because he had himself.
And then Jalen Hurts said, "Watch this.
Jalen
Hold my beer.
Let me one him up once again.
My beer.
Hold my beer.
That's good.
Sit down and watch Monday night."
All right, guys, what do we got today?
Top 5 best teams that never won a championship. This is going to be through our lenses and our experiences. There's going to be people that are like,
100%.
"How are
There's
you
a
not
ton of teams
considering?"
out there.
And it's
The
gonna be,
1932 Red Sox. I don't know.
Mike knows so much about Packers Bears from 1965. How could he not include? Yeah, I know. So this is, of course, kind of our experiences and lifetimes. And some of these are going to, like, I think we talked off camera. Some of these are going to be, like, really on the border of, like, I was alive.
There's
happened.
one that happened, I think, literally 23 days before I was born. Should we get our honorable mentions off really quick?
Yeah,
Well, it
go
depends. It depends. How many do you got?
I've got a few.
Okay.
Okay, they're all emotional picks. That's why they're honorable mentions and not top 5. And we've said we should do a top 5 heartbreaks.
Heartbreak losses or heartbreak? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
The
gonna
fact
be-
that the
oh.
Killer Bees
Packers
never won a
Browns this year.
championship is preposterous to me.
Say again?
The fact that the Killer Bees never won a championship is preposterous.
I was in that locker room.
Bell,
It's pretty hard to
Brown.
fathom.
The 2010 Steelers that lost to John
The
Boland's
Green Bay
Packers.
Packers.
That team was really good, and if Rashard Mendenhall doesn't put the ball on the ground, they probably do win that game.
It's Aaron Rodgers' lone Super Bowl win.
Uh-huh. And
Next to all his MVPs.
the 2012-13, this is probably the one that hurts me the most. Pittsburgh Penguins that lost to the Bruins in the conference final. They scored a ridiculous amount of goals all year and got into that series, and Tuukka Rask
forgot.
completely stole that series.
Shout out Steve Fenner, my dad, Bruins fan, lifelong.
Completely stole that series from them. I've met your dad. He's a nice guy. That was awful.
I remember watching that.
Those are my honorable mentions, and they're rooted in nothing but they made. How old was I? 13 and under, Cameron. Very sad. Other than that,
You've had some good fortune though.
I've had a ridiculous amount of
Yeah,
good fortune
you've had some nice
in my
things.
lifetime compared to
Early
most
on.
sports fans I know.
Sure.
So
I'm gonna hit you with 3 honorable mentions, not necessarily in order. The 2000 Miami Hurricanes, just
Okay.
loaded with
I'll
NFL
get to that.
talent. Ken Dorsey, that's not where we should lead, but Ed Reed, Reggie Wayne, Bryant McKinney, Dan Morgan, Santana Moss, Clinton Portis, Jeremy Shockey. I mean, these guys were friggin' loaded.
yeah,
11-1. Their only loss in the regular season was to Washington, 34-29. They go on to win the Rose Bowl, but that's a big what if for me. Like, that team was just, I mean, NFL gobs
by the way,
of
we
talent.
want to complain about playoff formats.
Sure, yeah.
That team that
Would
lost
not
one
be denied.
game
Yeah.
and I believe beat Florida State, who got in the national championship game ahead of them,
Yeah.
they get to complain.
But that team was
Notre Dame does not get to
ridiculous.
complain. That team gets to complain.
On a smaller scale, again, these are all going to be college football, these 3. 04 Auburn, going unbeaten. Ronnie Brown, Cadillac Williams. Pretty serious team.
2004 Auburn. I don't remember that team.
They went unbeaten and did not get a chance to play for the national title, so that was a tough one,
Again,
which wouldn't
Playoff
happen in
formats, yeah.
modern day. Speaking of unbeatens, and this one will obviously be...
this is number 5?
This is an honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
Last one. And this is barely in my lifetime, but I've heard about it a lot, been exposed to it, whatever. So, 94 unbeaten Penn State as well. Kerry Collins at quarterback, Kajana Carter, Kyle Brady, Jeff Hardings, Bobby Ingram, Joe Jurevich. A couple of those guys played on that Seattle Super Bowl team that played Pittsburgh. They dismantled Ohio State 63-14. They beat USC 31-14. They went undefeated. It was Nebraska winning the championship. And this is, again, before the BCS. It's basically,
That's like the fact, and I'm young enough to, like, my whole lifetime, the national championship game has been won on the field.
Yeah.
The fact that we used to have to wait and see who won the national championship when
Yeah.
Sports writers came out with it. Like, what was it? A week after all the bowl games were played.
Or President Nixon, way back.
Is
That happened.
insane to me.
Yeah, that happened way back. Yeah, it's
The
crazy.
Sports writers picked the national
Yeah.
champion.
Yep. So, and my dad's an '82 Penn State grad when they won the national title that year. He's very proud of that, and so I've heard a lot about the '94 team, and they were legitimately an explosive offense.
Yeah.
So, those are my honorable mentions.
All right, let's get
like it.
number 5.
Thanks.
My number 5 is the 2004 U.S. men's Olympic basketball team
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
that's a good one.
that won the bronze medal.
Sure did.
This team won the bronze medal at the Olympics.
I'm so happy.
You got that team lineup there?
LeBron James,
Oh, you do? Okay.
Carmelo Anthony,
I have it listed too because it's in my
Dwayne
5.
Wade,
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury were all on that team. I don't have the full roster on there.
Crazy.
I'll get you some others.
I got
He's
you.
got the whole.
Amari Stoudemire. Did you say Amari Stoudemire? Carlos Boozer, Sean Marion, Lamar Odom, Richard Jefferson, and Emeka Okafor. I mean, obviously those aren't as
Right.
the beginning
I went
list
with the
is where you.
headliners.
No, I know. That's one of the most
They won the
embarrassing
bronze medal at the Olympics.
in a sport that was created in this country.
Yeah. And this country has dominated.
Argentina, I think, won that one.
Before
Some of
and
the
since.
best to ever play it
Yeah.
on that team.
Now, granted, some of these
They
guys
lost
were
2
not
games.
right. Some of these guys were not at the peak of their powers. Others
Yeah.
were. Others were.
Yeah.
It's still ridiculous.
That just goes to show you, though, and this team is a perfect example of you got to have it gel.
Yep.
Right? It can't be just a bunch of names that you throw out there. It's got to make sense.
Was that one in Greece? I believe.
Yeah.
I think it
this
was.
is
Yeah.
the 04 games in
04
Athens. Greece.
Yeah. 08, the Redeem team. They're like, all right, we're done messing around.
They sat
Yeah.
up.
Load it
meme
up.
with the game controller.
Yeah.
You sit up.
They're like, all right, we're not doing that again.
Relax.
But
And they just swept it.
I had them at 4 for mine, so I'm glad. I'm very happy we shared this.
And
one,
I'll
'cause
say,
it
like,
was
I
just
think that-
ridiculous.
I think that we're getting to that point where this will happen again here pretty soon. If not this next Olympics, then
Sure.
soon, because
Yeah,
the
there's a
world is
lot
catching
of.
up.
Yeah,
I think they've caught
the
up.
NBA
Yeah.
right now has most of their
Yeah.
players are better coming
lot.
from other
Right.
countries.
Yeah, Jokic,
100%.
Doncic,
Yeah.
etc. There's a
Giannis,
lot.
They
of,
almost blew it this
Giannis.
Yeah,
this past Olympics.
and then again
Sure.
they sat up.
they're like,
They're like, all right, wait
Hang on a
minute,
second.
guys, hold on.
Yeah.
What is Wemby doing to us?
yeah.
All right, so that's my 4.
Okay.
So we won't have to skip. We can skip past that one next turn. For 5, for me, I'm gonna cheat a little because it's the same team. I'm just gonna give you like a couple year stretch here. It's the Jazz in the late '90s, losing to Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say they are like one of an iconic team necessarily, but you got Hall of Famers there and John Stockton. You could argue he's the greatest point guard in history.
You could.
I know that the modern game's now way different. But the Jazz there in the late 90s, Utah from like 96, 98, whatever, being denied by Jordan and the Bulls, which obviously, has been documented in an unbelievable story for Chicago
Yeah.
and how Jordan came back, all those things. But, Karl Malone, Stockton,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
just those couple guys. And Jerry Sloan's a legendary coach. But man, they were so close.
Yeah, I would say you could. I mean, there are multiple teams during that stretch.
Of
that
course.
You're just like,
Yeah.
man, if the Bulls didn't exist,
The Knicks. The Knicks
the
are
Knicks,
The Knicks.
And
the
I'll-
Pacers,
but the Knicks have
some
always
of
been
those
like
Pacers
that.
teams were really good. Like Larry Bird coached Pacers with Jalen Rose and Reggie Miller and all them dudes.
Yeah.
Again,
There are a
I
lot of
wasn't
players,
alive,
a lot of
but-
teams that were denied by that era.
Yeah,
The same way that in some ways, like with LeBron and that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, they're not there.
or the Patriots.
Or what the Bills are going through right now with Kansas
Yeah,
City,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where the Bills are like, what else do we have to
We
do?
can't
We just can't
get
beat the
them.
boogeyman. Yeah, so that's
this
my
will be the year for them. I
Oh, yeah.
there are
Maybe.
no more
They,
excuses.
Maybe,
they don't have
maybe.
to worry about them. They're not even going to see them.
I'm still gonna wait to
yeah.
see that. Until
No, I
until
agree
the
with you.
playoffs come on and
I
I
agree
don't
with
see
you.
Kansas City on the
I'm
screen.
just saying that,
yeah.
like if there's a year that you don't really have to worry about Kansas City
Right.
being at the peak of their powers, Bills
Correct.
fans,
Even if they somehow
this is probably the
backslide.
first year, right?
Right. But yeah, the Jazz, I don't know. It's I'm sure. Obviously, major heartbreak on some of those iconic Jordan shots.
My number 4, and I went back and forth on 3 and 4, but I'm going to go with the 2009 Indianapolis Colts,
Interesting.
Okay.
who did not lose a football game until they decided to.
Like
They were
this year?
14-0, and then rested
Yep.
Everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the last 2 games. They clinched the number 1 seed.
You know who? You know who that let in and punched out?
I do not.
It punched the Browns out. It put the Titans in because they sat guys
The
on
Colts
Sunday
go up
night.
to 3 on that. No, I'm kidding.
They sat guys against Tennessee, and it kicked the Browns out despite a 10-6 season.
Peyton Manning won the MVP, threw for 4,500 yards and 33 touchdowns. They outscored opponents 394 to 248.
Is that
And
good?
that's deciding to lose the last 2 games of
Correct.
the regular season. So, yeah. I was always a big Peyton Manning guy.
So, yeah.
Even being a Steelers fan growing up,
Sure.
I really liked Peyton Manning for some reason. I had his jersey. The fact that team didn't win a Super Bowl.
a crazy lineup
It's a
team.
really cool story for the Saints to
Eric
have won that
Garcon.
Super Bowl after Katrina and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you look at that team and you're like, how?
Yeah.
did
Pierre
those dudes-
Garcon, Reggie Wayne,
I'm going to
Jeff
zag you.
Saturday.
Not
Hall
to
of
interrupt.
Famer. No, go
I'm
for
going to
it.
zag you. I think the 05 Colts were better. Your boys beat them to go to the Super Bowl. Pittsburgh.
I mean,
I
you run into the Pittsburgh.
no, listen, nothing against the
That team
09.
won the Super Bowl too.
I know. The 09 Colts were great. I'm not nothing against that. I thought the 05 team was better.
Yeah, this struck me
That team was
because
like unstoppable on offense.
you're not
as
wrong.
well.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong.
Marvin Harris.
I would
Marvin
argue-
Harrison,
I would
Reggie
argue
Wayne,
just
Edgerrin
2 things I would
James,
say.
Dallas Clark.
Yes, 100%. The 2 things, I guess my justification for this pick over the 05 Colts would
Brandon
be,
Stokely.
one, that Steelers team was way better than the 6 seed that they ended up being in that playoffs.
Of course.
When you look at that roster.
Yeah.
2, this team didn't lose a game until they decided that they were going to lose a game.
Oh,
That's
for sure.
badass in my opinion.
No, I got you.
Like they would have been the Patriots if they decided that that's what they wanted to do.
I'm actually pissed at myself that I forgot to put the 05 Colts now that we're talking
Yeah.
about it because I remember I was stunned. Could not believe it. I'm like, there's no way that team's going to lose at home
Shout out
in
to
that
Big
game.
Ben making the tackle.
On that
Shout
was
out to whatever that
Nick
Vizana-
Harper. Is that Nick Harper?
Jack or whatever his last
Mike
name
Vanderjack.
is. Vanderjack missing that field goal,
That was the worst moment of his professional career.
pointing at Coach Carr.
Wide right.
All right, Mike, number 3.
Yeah, because 4 for me was 04 Team USA. Number 3 college hoops 07-08 Memphis basketball. This was a juggernaut with Derrick Rose, Coach John Calipari,
Coach Cal.
Coach Cal, pride of Moon, the pride of Clarion in the PSAC.
Did he go to Clarion or he coached at Clarion?
Went to Clarion.
Oh, that's
Court is now
didn't know
named
that.
after him after
did
the
not know
remodel renovation. Yep. Actually, got some close friends in the area here that went to school with him. So he's back around in the Pittsburgh and the Western PA area here and there. Moon guy, Clarion guy. Anyway, undefeated into the tournament, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 07-08. No, they weren't undefeated. They were like 1 loss, 2 at most. Now my story is getting fabricated. This team was unbelievable.
This wasn't even a real team.
Derrick Rose was on a different planet in that era.
What year was this?
07-08 Memphis. They went to the national title, and they played Kansas, which turned out to be an overtime loss. Mario Chalmers with the big shot there
yes.
for the Jayhawks. But Memphis, even though they were in the Conference USA, I believe, John, if you can scroll up, I believe they finished with 2 losses. So I think they're right.
Yeah, 38-2.
So they're okay. So they're that's what. Now I'm remembering the right year because at the FedEx Forum in the regular season in February, it was Memphis and Tennessee 1-2. Memphis lost that game
Were
by
you
4.
rooting for Memphis?
What do you think?
No, probably.
Bro, this guy's got his facts right
I
here.
feel like they're not.
It was
Crazy
Tennessee
rivals.
and Memphis. They were. No, they used
I'm
to
saying
be.
after that game, like when they were
Oh,
going
going
on
on
the
the
run.
run.
Did you root for Memphis or were you like?
No.
telling these guys?
Nope. That used to be a really contentious rivalry.
Yeah.
It's fallen off by the wayside now. But no, that was actually the first time Tennessee became number 1 in the country was when they beat Memphis at the FedEx Forum.
yeah, 62
in a
to
1 versus 2.
66.
And then Memphis ran the table otherwise, and they got to the national title, lost in overtime to Kansas. Chris Douglas
68-75.
Roberts, another good player on that team. But yeah,
that's a great
Rose.
roster.
Yeah.
Rose is a big what if for me in the pros too as well at the ACL with Chicago.
Yeah.
Had the MVP season, and he just never was the same.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunate.
that's one for me for college hoops. It's especially the fact
That's a
that
good
they
one.
were a Conference USA. They weren't like a power
Right.
conference
Fun.
team. I
Spunky.
mean, they were crazy.
Yeah. Okay, my number 3. Let's see what I've got here. To your point earlier, I went with the 2002 Miami Hurricanes
Okay.
that did not win the national championship.
Right on.
Everything you said before. This team didn't lose until the national championship game. Had Willis McGahee, Andre Johnson, Frank Gore, Kellen Winslow, DJ Williams, Antrell Roll, Sean Taylor, Jonathan Vilma, Vince Williams.
That defense. Dear God.
I recently saw a clip.
I'm not lining up
crazy.
on the other side of that.
Yeah.
I recently saw
No
a clip.
chance.
I think it was Greg Olson, who also went to Miami.
Yep.
And he named a couple of guys. I think he said Willis McGahee, or I think he said Sean Taylor, Antrell Roll, some of those guys were running down on kickoff.
That's terrifying. Yeah.
Because they weren't they were special teams guys. Like they weren't these star guys that we think of now, 'cause there were so many good players on that team.
Yeah.
I went with 02 so just simply so that I could get this off. They got screwed out of that national championship game. That's not pass interference. Ohio State fans, that is Miami's national championship. So far as I'm concerned. Again, we're gonna get into a little bit of Cameron bias here.
Yeah.
But no,
those
like
Miami
you said,
teams were crazy though.
and also showing my cards on the table here, the U documentaries, the 30 for 30s on the U are very good. Some of my favorites.
Sure.
Those teams back in the day were crazy.
Yeah.
So who did they go back up? John. Virginia Tech, Syracuse, 17 Pitt. That's crazy. Tennessee, Rutgers, West Virginia, number 9 Florida State, UConn. That Big East wasn't awesome back in the day. Number 6 Florida.
Yeah, that's
so they beat both
in the
Florida
swamp,
teams.
and they demolished
That's about as good of a schedule you can have being a Big East team.
41-16 in the swamp
Yeah.
against the top 10
Yeah,
Florida.
it's
That's
insane.
ridiculous. Yeah. Oof.
Even number 16, Florida A&M, 63-17.
I'm gonna guess that's an FCS rank.
Yeah, that's a
or
number 16
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
one.
or what 1AA. Yeah.
Yeah, double
However
A,
you want to
yeah.
call it. It's a good one though.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we had the Canes and the Colts kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
same wavelength, just different teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was your 3.
Yep.
I'll go 2. 05 USC football.
Okay, that's a good one. That's one that I have on here when I was just like throwing some
at the wall.
teams down.
That
believe.
Rose Bowl is what got me into college football.
Yeah.
Like all in.
Going for the corner. He's got it.
And then Vince Young becomes a
Yeah.
Tennessee Titan. I mean, that is
Yeah. I
that's
didn't even think of that.
that is one of the that to me like as a so I'm like 12, 13 years old. Like that's like a formative
Yeah.
know where I was. That game was unbelievable. Like that Rose Bowl, Texas USC was nuts. And like everyone in the world was like, there is no chance Texas wins this game, no matter
Yeah.
how good Vince Young is. USC's loaded. Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush,
Pete Carroll,
Pete Carroll, the
Head
coach.
coach.
You had Dwayne Jarrett.
Yeah.
You had
Matt Leinart.
The president.
I mean, like they were just unstoppable. And this was that's really when it turned for USC. Like after that game, they were
Yeah.
never quite the same. And they've had some good teams since then, like 08.
And earlier that year was the Bush push, right?
Yeah, believe so.
Against Notre
Pretty
Dame.
sure that was that year. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's a crazy. And at a time like we were talking about earlier, when like it was a novel idea to have the national championship be 1 versus 2. Like that didn't always necessarily happen before the BCS.
Yep.
So
But yeah, Vince Young
Crazy.
taking off for the corner. I'm like,
Yeah.
that was a moment in
Yeah.
time. I still can't believe USC didn't win that game. That was nuts.
All right, number 2.
my number 2 is the 2016 Golden State Warriors that lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's a really good one. Oh man,
That is a good one.
in
I don't know
the
how that
NBA
didn't
I
make
remember
mine.
watching
That's
that
crazy.
series.
I couldn't believe that this wasn't on your list.
That's good, Paul. Good point.
Obviously broke the Bulls record. Again, this is one of those things like kind of goes back to that Colts team, right? Like the Warriors decide to go for it. Like we're going to be the regular season team.
Yeah.
And then it just all comes crashing down. And you could probably blame most of that on Draymond Green being an idiot.
I also think those Cavs people are going to come after me. I still
Let's
think it's
hear
kind
it.
of Bush League that he got the suspension. I thought that was kind of ridiculous. There's my take. For
I'm gonna
that.
let you get your
You
take
asked me
off.
like
There we
you know.
go.
You asked
I'm
me at
gonna
the
let
very
you get your
beginning.
take off.
No, I just
You think that was the NBA making sure that
think something like that shouldn't.
Right.
I don't know. Shouldn't
Go ahead.
decide it.
Go ahead.
It shouldn't decide
Did
a
it
series
decide
like
it?
that. I think it did. I think it decided it enough. Not the entire. I'm saying not. The whole crash down doesn't have to happen. I just think that's a tough Tough call.
LeBron's him.
Nothing against the Cavs. I'm not a LeBron guy though.
As
I
much
like the
as
Cavs, not a LeBron guy.
If
Come
you
after
had to
me.
make me pick in the debate, I'd go Jordan. But to me, that is like
Hey, credit where it's
for
due.
him to take
3-1.
that team down 3-1 to
Yep.
the probably the greatest basketball team assembled. That's not Team USA, right? The best NBA team
It's one of, if not.
put together.
Yep.
And bring them back. LeBron's the,
What are you
the
talking
man for
about,
that.
dude? The big three on the Heat. Best team ever.
I don't know, dude.
How'd that go in 2011?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's my
He's gonna
claim to
get
fame.
out of you.
That's my claim to fame as a sports fan, right there, baby.
That
My
I mean,
Mavs didn't even get to game
that Warriors
7.
team was
Big
killing
3.
everyone.
Little 3, big 1.
Little 3, not 1, not 2,
Not 3,
not
not
3,
4,
not
not
4,
5.
not 5. Not
Dirk didn't
6.
even need a second superstar.
That's true.
Don't even get me
was just
going,
him.
man. That's gonna.
Oh,
be,
I'm gonna get you going.
That could be an
Yeah.
entire episode on its own. But I digress. Continue.
Entire episode is just rage baiting Fenner.
That's too easy.
No, and this was in that time when you could pretty much book in the NBA. All right, it's gonna be Warriors and Cavs again.
Yep.
And this was just like, that was kind of like when I was middle school, high school. Like you're really into sports, and that was just like at that time you knew
Everybody
who was gonna
just
play
knew.
you knew who was going to play in the finals, and
Yeah.
that was the one that really delivered.
It was like
the
Celtics,
3-1.
Lakers.
And I grew up in Northeast Ohio. I knew what that meant to those people. Obviously, didn't grow up a Cavs fan, but knew what that meant
No doubt.
to those
Oh,
people.
yeah.
There was actually a great story when I was doing my internship at 27 with our guys in Youngstown. Ryan told me the story. I forget what he had to do, but basically he wasn't going to be able to watch the game live, so he had to tape delay it and avoid knowing the answer. Like all night avoided knowing who was going to win, and then sat down and watched it as if it was live.
Oh, I used to
can't
do
do
that.
that now.
But yeah, I used to
You
do
can't
that.
do
but
You can't do that now.
It's tough.
You
But
can't
even then,
It's
like,
really
phone.
tough.
even
You gotta
then,
turn your
like,
phone
this
off.
is
Yeah.
2016. Like you still
Yeah.
have Twitter. Like it's
Right.
not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Right.
he had to avoid all night
Yeah.
looking at his
Turn
phone.
all of his notifications off.
I was like, that's insane. And he did. Went to his basement, watched the whole game, and celebrated as if they didn't win the championship an hour earlier or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
I used to be like that. It's really tough now.
I
It's
don't
almost
even,
impossible.
because
I
I
usually
don't
just
even
give up.
try, and I'm just like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm going to know the score, and then I'm probably not
Just
going to
go
watch
watch.
the game because once I know.
Yeah, I'll just watch highlights or whatever, if
Yeah.
anything.
I'm the sicko though. Go back and watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Not
That's
even
a really-
rewinding through commercials or anything. He's like, I want the full
I want the whole
experience.
experience. Yeah. You know what? Absent-minded. I should have had that one on there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's true. That 2016 Warriors team.
I agree.
Just quick side tangent. Not tangent. I'm just note. I was there for the 2017 funeral game where the Warriors closed him out. LeBron's
Funeral game?
LeBron's last game.
Oh, is that what they call it? The funeral?
That's what I'm
game?
calling it. That's what I called it.
I was like, who died before the game?
No, because everyone walked into that building and they knew exactly what was going to happen that night, and it was going to be the end of the finals, and it was going to be LeBron's last game on the second run with the Cavs. It was inevitable. You could feel it. It was palpable.
Really?
Everyone knew it.
You knew being in the building.
Yes. It was the closeout game. The Warriors were going to take their
What
title
was
back
the-
in 5.
Well,
They
okay,
did.
5? Okay.
Warriors in
Was
5
this
in
the
Cleveland.
year that J.R. Smith didn't know what?
I'm pretty
was
sure
in
that was
game
the
one?
yeah. It was the 20. It was the next year after the 3-1 comeback. It was the 2017 finals. I was there for the last game, the clinching game,
Wow.
and it felt like a funeral because everyone in there knew that this was not just a game in the finals. This was it, and he's leaving. You could feel it. Crazy. It was weird. It was ominous. Very strange.
No, there was just no hope in the building.
no.
whatsoever.
It was like we're here to say goodbye.
Wow.
Very crazy. So
All right.
That's a cool factoid for Mike Fenner.
there you go.
Yeah. Number 1, guys.
We've got to have the same one here, right?
There's no other answer, at least in our lifetime.
Yep.
yeah.
It's the 07 New England Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
mean, I have their, I copy and pasted some of the scores. This is the first 8 weeks.
But yeah.
They beat the Jets 38-14. They beat the Chargers 38-14. They beat the Bills 38-7. They beat the Bengals 34-13.
Don't do it to me.
They beat the Browns 34-17. They
I
beat
can't
the
remember
Cowboys
which week it was. I'm very afraid for this.
48-27.
He's
I
searching
don't
for
think
it.
your boys are on here.
because I
They
know
beat
that
the
score.
Cowboys
I don't want to talk about it.
48-27.
Did you
Dolphins
say 50?
49-28, and they beat the Redskins. At the time, they were the Redskins. Don't come for me.
Yep.
52-7.
Wow.
That wasn't their largest margin of victory, I believe, if I'm remembering right.
Pull it up, John. Producer
Unless
John.
there's a chance it's not this year, but I'm 99% sure it's this season. I can't imagine it wasn't.
Is that the snow game that you're talking about? Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
What are we looking for?
When did they play the
John,
Titans?
you know. If it's not this season, I'll be blown away
Don't
because
think
my
so.
memory
I'm
might
not
be
seeing it.
distorted. It might have been the year after.
No, it's
I don't think
definitely
it
not
is
in the
this season.
playoffs.
Yeah. Not that year.
So it's not that.
No, it's not. It's not.
right,
Maybe
yeah.
it was the year after.
Maybe it was the year after. Let's not worry about that. That's not important.
Yeah. Let's highlight this roster real quick. I mean, you guys all know it. You got
Brady, Moss,
Randy Moss.
Welker. I mean, you got they had a record
The defense was
589
insane.
Randy
points.
Moss.
Vince Wilfork,
Randy Moss. Record.
Coach Vrabel, back when he was on
Yep.
that team. Rodney Harrison. Yeah.
It was
Stacked team.
589 point scoring record. Almost 37 a game.
Shout out to Eli Manning and those boys, man. 'Cause that's
Shout
another
out to that-
upset of all time.
Shout out to the one wide receiver nobody knew until he caught a ball in his
David
helmet.
Tyree.
His helmet, David
Yep.
Tyree.
Shout out to Warren G. Harding graduate. Was Mario Manningham on that team? He might not have been. That might have been the second team. All right, never mind. That might have been the second team that beat the Patriots.
I got you. How about it though? I mean, that's like, how'd that team lose?
That was wild.
That just left me speechless. Even since,
Yeah.
like, it's been almost 20 years, I still don't understand it.
And the
I'm
Giants
surprised
at the,
nobody-
like were.
They're
It wasn't.
fine.
It wasn't like a.
They're fine.
To your point with USC,
Yeah,
it wasn't like a Texas.
No.
It was like,
they were okay.
yeah, they were. I hate.
Michael Strahan was good. I mean, Eli.
Yeah. I mean, Eli.
They were fine. I just like that's crazy that that's going to be a Hall of Fame career for Eli because of slaying the dragon twice, essentially, and beating Peyton to having
That's
two
not
Super Bowls
crazy.
before Peyton. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like
You think that like if he doesn't win those two, he's not a Hall of Famer?
no,
Like if you just go off of the.
I
think
don't.
that's an awful take.
I don't think he is.
I think
It's
the
not
NFL
necessarily the truth. I'm
I
just
think
saying.
the Pro Football Hall of Fame's getting to a point where he might be in regardless.
Sure, I understand the inflated numbers and things of those. You're gonna have guys like a Phillip Rivers, topical, that like you're gonna be well. He had the
That's
numbers.
insane,
He had the
by the
numbers.
way.
He had the stats. Yeah, what a
I
weird
can't
situation.
believe that.
Yeah,
And I
that's all I
That's
said.
one thing I was surprised we didn't bring up.
That's
today.
my story of the week.
Yeah.
Honestly, even
Yeah.
though it's not something we did.
All right,
to me,
before
yeah.
we get to that, I just wanted to do a quick honorable mention. One team
okay.
that I'm surprised you guys didn't put was the 15 Seahawks. They got Marshawn
is
Lynch.
that the Marshawn that not
Yep.
giving him the ball?
Yeah, picked off by Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
I think it maybe wasn't as big, but I think like just the
That was a good
Legion
team.
of Boom and like this whole
How many
hype
games
with
did
around
that team
Marshawn Lynch. Let me look at the Seahawks season. Was that 2015?
That is another one I remember where I was.
Oh, 100%.
This is gonna be controversial. I'm pro
it was
Brady.
only
I'm a
10-6.
Brady guy, even though I'm not a Patriots fan. I don't care. So we were sitting
Really?
at that watching that
You're
game.
anti-LeBron, but
I'm
you're
about-
pro Brady.
That's
Correct.
crazy.
That's fine. You can say whatever you want. I remember where we were sitting watching that Super Bowl,
This guy.
and the whole place is of course cheering for Seattle. And then that last interception happens, and it was like me and two other guys get up and start cheering.
This is because he worked for Jay Pushkar for years. He's been
For New England.
brainwashed.
This is before that. No. But it was great. And like everyone was like looking like, what? Like we sat there the whole
this
are
game.
guy,
you?
This guy.
We sat there the whole game casually watching, like didn't really say much, just kind of like whatever, doing our own thing. And then the last play, like, yeah. People were like, what?
They're crying, and these guys are just yeah.
Oh
I
man.
don't think there are that many hardcore
Wait,
Seattle fans in Erie, PA.
No.
I know a couple, but not many.
All right.
That was a wild finish though.
Yeah.
I'll take you.
It's a good honorable mention.
I'll take you for that one.
I'm stealing the show here on the story of the week.
Go
it's
for
it's
it.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah,
It's Grandpa.
absolutely.
It's Paw Phil Rivers
Paul.
coming back with the Colts at 44 years old, and he is legitimately a grandfather, a father of. I'm not going to say the number of how many kids because I
It's a
know
lot.
it's many. I'm not going to guess.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of children.
But the story goes that he has one of his kids is older than Riley Leonard, who just started for the Colts last week with the
That's
Daniel Jones
insane.
Achilles tear. So Rivers is coming back at 44, trying to save the Colts here at the last kind of plunge. They're 8-5. They've had a great year, a great start.
And his son is now his backup. So, yeah.
Rivers, man.
The thought that I keep going back to when thinking about this story is like, imagine being the next guy up for Indianapolis, and you're like, man, my dream's going to come true, man. I'm going to start in the NFL. And the team's like, actually, we think that you suck so bad that we're going to go sign a 45-year-old grandfather off the couch.
44.
44. That hasn't played a football game in, 5 years?
And also, like, yes, he played for the Colts, but he played, 1 or 2 years? Like, he's not a franchise QB for these guys. It's not like I was
the
like,
offense.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
knows,
okay, if they brought back Andrew Luck, I could get that. Obviously, he's not in the condition.
You guys are nuts.
Whoa!
That was crazy.
That was so good.
That was so good.
You guys are going back to Rivers? Oh my god! All right, we're putting that away. Now you know.
Good.
Now you know
was not ready
now
to
you
Hidden
know
know
there's
talent
that.
from Mike Fenner.
Now
Yeah.
you know there's that.
That's a TikTok.
No,
right there.
I
Oh,
keep
God.
going back to that guy. And just how demoralizing
Yeah.
that has to be.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I don't know how you really like.
Who is that?
compartmentalize that.
Okay, so now who is their second string?
My buddy's a Colts fan. I don't
Riley
have my
Leonard
phone,
just
but he
played.
sent it to me.
Riley Leonard from Notre Dame was who played last week.
No,
when
but
Daniel
Riley
Jones went
Leonard's
down.
hurt. So it's
Oh,
the
okay,
guy
got it,
after
got it.
Riley Leonard.
Gotcha. I gotcha. I was gonna say he came in after Jones toward the Achilles last week.
Yeah. It doesn't even say.
It
I don't
doesn't
know. Their
even say
punter.
his name. That's
the
crazy.
punter, right?
No, there's a guy.
What happened to Anthony Richardson? Is he done for the year? Like what? Am I like
I think he's on
Yeah,
IR.
he's out.
IR?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's out.
I was like, did I miss that earlier this year? Apparently.
Oh, it's Brett.
No, he's just
Brett
that bad.
Rippin.
Yeah, I saw.
I was
that,
like,
saw
dang,
that.
Anthony
Brett
Richardson's
Rippin or
first round
whatever
pick.
his name is. Once
Yeah.
this loads, you'll be able to see it. But
It
was
shows how
hate
much I'm
him.
locked in on the Colts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I'm
that's-
not locked in on anybody's fourth string quarterback, but the poor guy.
Yeah, that's my story of the week. So I'm just cheating. And it's not. I know it's not hyper local, but like that's just
No, I'll take
crazy
that.
that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and last note on
I'm
that,
with you.
it's gonna reset his Hall of Fame status clock.
Yeah.
because
Wasn't it this year that he was eligible?
He's like a semifinalist.
He's in the semifinals.
He's in the
Yeah.
semifinals right now. But the moment he goes and becomes active and off the practice squad, which is going to happen, because why would you bring him in and then not play him?
Right.
That's gonna reset. So is it worth it? Like,
To him,
I'm not even guaranteeing
guess it
he's like a
is.
first ballot guy or anything. I'm not saying that, but
But now he's got to wait 5 more
but now
years.
it's like you are pushing like.
Does
for-
it
for
also
what?
count? Like, is he officially not a first ballot Hall of Famer now, or does this count as a ballot? I don't think so. I guess
Yeah.
not, because
I don't
it
think
didn't
it's
go all
gonna-
the way through.
No.
Yeah. All right, Cam.
What if he had already been in the Hall of Fame and he's
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
they signed him?
I
And
don't
then-
know, man. Anything's possible.
I'm asking the real questions.
Yeah.
My story of the week, I'll keep it local. The Gannon volleyball team is the Atlantic Regional champions. They're playing at the time of this taping, as we speak, I believe, in the Elite Eight
Already in it.
against Concordia St. Paul
Mhm.
in South Dakota.
Sioux Falls.
That program is a wagon.
Oh yeah.
Matt Darling and what he's been able to build there has been so cool. It's been really cool for me the last 2 years now to get to cover their Atlantic Regionals, which they've hosted as the number 1 seed.
4 straight times hosting it.
Yeah. I
Pretty good.
believe this is 4 regional titles in 5 years. So just incredibly, when we talk about kind of fitting, best teams to not win a championship, these women are up there, and they're going to have their chance to get over the hump here
Yep.
as we speak. I haven't checked that score, but yeah, just a ton of fun. 3 straight days of college volleyball for me this week, and it ends with they beat Fayetteville 3-0, Fayetteville State, Pitt Johnstown 3-1, IUP 3-0. So really, really not even a challenge for them in the regional tournament. So kudos to them. Congrats to them and the whole Gannon family over there. Hopefully
doubt.
they can get it done.
Keep
and
it
maybe
rolling.
we'll be covering a parade here in
Maybe.
the next week or so.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one. Very, very good.
Well, Mike,
Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Say the
Anybody?
line.
we're waiting for it.
That's a show.
That's a show.
That's
that's
a
a
show.
For John, for Cameron, for Mike, we thank you for watching our nonsense and otherwise. Thank you for watching Jet Sports 3 and Out. We'll see you next time.